Hi, online scholars. It is Professor Harmon here, and I just wanted to go over with you the expectations for your Unit 2 final assessment. So we've wrapped up the Gilded Age. That was Unit 1. We have delved into realism, right? We learned about regionalism. We looked at naturalism, and all of you did a really nice job speaking to how authors really take readers to the heart of their region through using various literary techniques. And that was really the sole purpose of our Unit 1 exam. And then we spent a lot of time learning about the Gilded Age. And now we're moving into Unit 2. And it's changed a little bit, right? I hope that you've noticed the change not only in the structure of the various literary texts, but also in the style and in the tone. I think you can really see how, writing is informed by the context, right, in which it's written. So this unit was heavily informed by two massive military conflicts. We had World War I from 1914 to 1918, and then there was the Russian Revolution. And then finally we had the Great Depression. And as we move to the middle of the unit, or let's say the middle of the 20th century, we head into World War II. So we've really transitioned to a unit that truly reflects a really tumultuous time period. So, when we look at the Imagists and we look at the Modernists, we really start to get a sense of what that time period was like based on their reflections. So I really hope that you see how the authors use this non-controlled language and structure. They choose writing, to create social commentary. And they also use writing as a way to heal, as a method of therapy, as they are dealing with, an isolated sense of self, a sense of hopelessness, disillusionment. So we really saw a lot of different styles, I would say, during this unit. And then in week 7, we took a look at what we learned, we took a look at modernism. We also started to look at Frost's poetry and William Carlos Williams a little bit and his fragmented way of writing. But again, a real sense of, you get a sense of those sensory details that authors use to reflect an object or a time period, right? And then we moved into week 9 and we looked at the Harlem Renaissance. And the Harlem Renaissance really, really marked a full flowering, a true a true full flowering of American African literature. And these Harlem-based authors or poets like Langston Hughes and Claude McKay, they really employed some formal and thematic experimentation to represent those opportunities and characteristics and features of Harlem. So we get a sense of really what was going on in Harlem during this time and also what was going on around the world, which is really nice. And then we headed into the 1940s and we got a sense of that true disillusionment of what was happening with our expatriates. Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, right? A lot of authors who just seem to be lost. So what I would like you to do for the assessment, very similar to Unit 1's assessment, where you had to write a constructive response. Your exam for Unit 2 is very similar in that you are writing a paper and you are just going to respond to one text that you read over the last few weeks. So this text must either be from a modernist time period, it could be from the Lost Generation, or it could be from the Harlem Renaissance. And basically what you are doing is you are choosing one text to respond to. You can talk about a thematic characteristic, you can talk about a stylistic characteristic, talk about how, once again, we're given insight into the literary time period. It's not going to be a long piece. Maybe it should be 2 pages. I would say 2 pages at the most. And you are only citing the primary text. All right, the text that you are addressing. I provided a rubric here. I provided a sample paper. All right, and I provided some guidelines. All right, your paper is due by Sunday evening. If for any reason you need an extension or you'd like me to take a look at your rough draft before you submit it, that is not a problem. But don't forget too, there are online tutoring services for you through Georgian Court. They're up and running, so please utilize those. And please do not hesitate to reach out if you need anything else. You have my cell phone, you have my email. All right, so remember, you are responding to one text that we've read in Unit 2, and you are addressing a thematic element. You might address how it represents the time period. You might address the author's purpose, all right? But take these notes, take a look at the sample. Feel free, you might even want to expand on a discussion board post that you've written in the past. That's fine as well, all right? So again, it's due Sunday evening. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.